Oh, hey, what's up? What's up? Thanks for checking in to another episode of CTM Sports Talk. Had to get a little sweeping done. Been watching these NBA playoffs, and question I have today is, are we going to see two sweeps? Now I know the Lakers are playing tonight, and it seems like they're winning right now, but that could change after halftime because DeJounte Murray has really been stepping it up around his mid-third quarter to fourth quarter mark. He really been like on fire. So something to think about, guys. So today's sports topic today is who has the best team so far. Nuggets up 3-zip. The Heat up 3-zip. Pretty sure it's safe to say that the Nuggets are probably going to win. It's safe to say that the Heat's probably going to win. And with that being said, I got to ask this question. Is Murray and Joker the best duo in the playoffs? Or is Bam Adebayo or Jimmy Butler the best duo in the playoffs? Time will tell. But I think Joker and Murray has been on fire. It'd be interesting when they play the Heat, who will have the better team. I think the Nuggets has the best overall team as far as starters and depth is concerned. They have the most length, it seems like, because they got Porter Jr. 6'10", they got the Joker 6'11", something like that, 7 foot. Murray's a big guard, like I think he's like 6'4" or something like that, 6'3", 6'4". They got KCP shooting lights out right now. He's a streaky shooter, but it seems like he's on fire right now. And they got Jeff Green. I mean, people forget about Jeff Green. Jeff Green is a veteran, so he's pretty good as well. So when you think about this matchup, this probably gonna be a pretty good finals that we've saw in a long time. They're almost evenly matched. They're pretty close, but I think Denver has an edge, a couple of more role players than they have. But you can't count out Jimmy Buckets, but he gonna have to bring his lunchbox with the Joker and DeJounte Murray, because Murray not playing no games at all. I mean, he could possibly win the Finals MVP. The way he's been playing lights out. I mean, I know Joker was a former MVP, but it seemed like since he took that break, that ACL, the rehab, and really kind of get himself right, it seemed like he really worked on himself. It seemed like he really been clutch and really been hitting a bunch of key jumpers for the Nuggets. It's been unreal, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when they played him in the bubble, he kind of they lost that to the Lakers. I think he kind of was down on himself. Then I think they lost to the Warriors, and I think he took that personal too. So it's been awesome to see his progression. So with that being said, I want to talk about some sad news. Tatum and Brown is going to get Mazzulla fired. Joe Mazzulla, I think that's his name. They're going to get dude fired from the Celtics. They're going to blame somebody. And then I'm hearing that they won't even be able to keep both of those guys because they both going to want max contracts. So they're going to have to figure out who to trade. Are they going to trade Brown or are they going to trade Tatum? Who would you trade? Let me know in the comments. Who would you trade, Brown or Tatum? I probably would trade Brown, and I would probably keep Tatum, and I would build around Tatum. Because you're not going to be able to pay just $400 million that you're going to pay those guys, 2 max contracts. And I don't know if they want to pay that much or not without winning the championship. I think if they would have made it to the finals again, maybe they would have thought about it. But I think this summer you're going to see one of those guys get traded. It's probably going to happen sooner than later. I'm interested to see who's going to try to go after one of those guys. Somebody's going to go after one of those guys. But I can see them keeping Tatum. Fire Mazzulla, trade Brown, keep Tatum and build around him. Probably some of those role players going to get let go, moved around. Maybe keep Brogdon. Interesting to see what they do with Marcus Smart after this season as well, because he's been there for a while, and it's like you would think he would have improved his three-point shooting by now, but I guess some people that's just not their forte. But you know, professional athletes, you get paid to work out, and it's like, you know, it'd be interesting to see what they're gonna do with Marcus Smart. The next one I gotta think about this is if the Nuggets win the championship, would that make Embiid look even worse than he did against the Celtics in that final game? I really don't think Embiid quit. I think James Harden really quit and let down the team. I think James Harden is one of those guys. I don't think he cares about winning the championship. I think he cares about the bag more than the championship and having his freedom and stuff like that. But I really don't think that he cares about winning like most people do. When you watch that last game, I know I watched the highlights and then I watched the game. Seemed like he was passing up a lot of shots that he usually would take as far as James Harden is concerned. Seemed like he was like, he'll go to the lane like he was going to shoot, then he just pass the ball out. It's almost like he was tongue doc, like, without me, you're not going to win. And it seemed like he didn't want to be second fiddle to Embiid. It seemed like he don't like Embiid or something. I don't know, he just didn't want to say it out loud, but something is a disconnect there. I don't know between him and Embiid or him and Doc Rivers. Not sure. I like Doc Rivers too. I think James Harden, man, messed up D'Antoni, he messed up Doc Rivers, and he messed up the Nets. Don't want to be in shape. Don't want to stay committed. Don't want to be second fiddle. Says you want to go to Houston. That's the rumor. He's going to get re-signed to Houston. And I don't know how he's going to play with Udoka, because Udoka likes to play defense. So that's going to be interesting to see how he fares with Udoka. So it's going to be pretty interesting because Udoka is kind of a stern kind of coach. So we'll see what happens. Another thing is the Spurs, they tanked and they got Mamba. I don't want to butcher that guy's name, but the guy from France. It's going to be interesting to see how those guys play, how he plays in that system with I forgot my guy's name, the coach for the Spurs. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays. I don't think he's a Spur guy. I think he probably would have wished somebody else would have won that, but we'll see what happens. Greg Popovich, that's his name. I don't know. We'll see. Because he don't seem like a post player. He seems like more of a guard, like a point forward, like a three. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the Spurs build around him. But very, very curious to see how the Spurs handle that guy. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they handle Victor on that one. So guys, let me know what you think. Are the Nuggets going to sweep the Lakers, or are the Lakers going to win? They're going to spot them one. We're going to let you win one before we take you out. And are the Heat going to sweep the Celtics? Either way, I think the Celtics and the Heat are going to be playing. They're probably going to be playing each other in the finals. And it's going to be a good matchup, guys. It's going to be a good, solid, evenly matchup. And I think that the Nuggets are going to win the championship this year. I'm going to go out on the limb and say the Nuggets are going to win. They're probably going to win in probably 6 or 7 games against the Heat. It's going to be a back and forth, I think. But I think the Nuggets are going to pull it out. I don't like betting against Jimmy, but I just don't think the Heat got enough. I know their role players are good in the East, but I think the Joker and Murray and maybe KCP and Michael Porter, because they don't have anybody that can really hold the length of the Nuggets. And Bam is only 6'8", I think, and Jimmy Butler's 6'7". other than that, I don't know. They got a couple of bodies to throw at the Joker, but it's going to be an interesting matchup. People try to hate on LeBron and say this is LeBron last year. I don't think it's LeBron last year. I think they said he has a toe injury that he's been playing through. But his averages, if you gave that to the average bench player, that average, they will probably get a max deal contract on what he's averaging now. It's like 23, 10 assists and 7 rebounds or something like that. I mean, the average person can't even do that. And he's in his 20-something, in 20-plus years in the NBA, he's just still doing that, 30, 38, 37, 38 years old. So, I don't think LeBron's done. I think he still got more in the tank. This is my opinion. Shout out to Carmelo, retired today. He was good. I like Carmelo. He embodied that ISO low post kind of game where you just give it to him and everybody kind of give him his space, give it to him on that side of the court. When he played for the Nuggets and the Knicks, probably was his best years. And they said that he could have played with the big three, but he ended up getting a 5-year deal with the Knicks. And I think that he didn't want to leave no money on the table. He wanted to get the max amount of money that he can get. And you can't really blame him for that, but it probably cost him a championship too. So sometimes you got to make that decision. Do I want the money or do I want a ring? Do I want longer financial longevity or do I want a championship ring? Even though with all that, he still was a good player. Definitely will be in the Hall of Fame. Activist, he did a lot of stuff in the community. I'm sure when Chris Paul retired, he gonna be right there with him. That would have been nice to see him, LeBron, and D Wade on the same team. That would have been crazy. But shout out to Carmelo, good player. He would be in the Hall of Fame. And it's going to be a short one today because there's not a lot of teams in the playoffs. And this is Mike. Let me know in the comments what you think so far. CTM Sports. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm signing out.